It really started at a very young age, and had parents who were very supportive of my interests along the way. And I was a preacher's kid, and so spent a lot of time in church, surrounded by organs and bells and choirs and piano, and it was hard not to soak in a love for the music at a very young age. When I was in the 5th grade, when I was sitting in school and wasn't exactly loving my experience in class that day, and they came over the PA system and they said, well, all the boys who are going to audition for the North Carolina Boy Choir, please come to the music room. And I said, well, I'd never heard of this North Carolina Boy Choir, but it sounded like a good way to get out of class, so I went and sat on the floor. And I was the last one in the room, and they said, well, you're here to audition, right? I said, okay, what do you know? What can you sing? I said, how about My Country 'Tis of Thee? So my parents got the letter in the mail a couple weeks later that I'd been accepted, and of course had a lot of questions as to how this had happened. But I joined that choir, and several years later ended up going to a boarding school in New Jersey at the age of 11 to sing with the American Boy Choir, and traveled all over the United States and abroad and I think that really was the start of my passion for the arts and for different cultural experiences as well. And when I was 12 years old, I had an opportunity to sing the solo for Leonard Bernstein's Chichester Psalms on the stage in Carnegie Hall. And so here I am, this kid from Carolina with a whole orchestra behind me, and I think that was really what nailed home that passion for music. I think that young professionals' role in arts and culture is critical. These are the future leaders of our community, and so it's important for them to take ownership and take some responsibility over their community and to get involved in these arts and cultural institutions that we have in Roanoke. One of the things that young professionals typically don't have is deep pockets and the ability to write big checks to arts and cultural institutions. However, what they do have is energy and talent, creativity, and that spirit to help motivate and keep the arts going. One example of that is I'm the president of a group called the Square Society, which is a young professional organization with about 200 members. And the main focus of the Square Society is to raise money and awareness for Center in the Square. And since the group was founded, it's raised approximately $250,000 in unrestricted funds for Center. There are many other groups out there that are doing similar things and that are really engaging young professionals in arts and culture. And so I hope to see that trend continue, and it's absolutely essential. You could almost flip it around. I think there's a symbiotic relationship there in that, what can arts and culture do to help attract and retain young professionals? I think that young professionals are really looking for a vibrant and lively arts and cultural scene. And there's a lot of talent that comes through the region, and we need to make sure that we hold on to those folks and that we're not losing them to other cities in the area. So I think there's certainly some interconnection between those two groups.